At RaiseCredit.com, business credit is the name of the game. Learn how to build credit that'll look like more money than you've ever dreamed of. Both Wall Street and Main Street offer untold riches to people with credit, and RaiseCredit.com can teach you how to get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Ray Reynolds here with RaisWebinar.com. Today is Friday the 15th. By the way, it's a lucky number. All right, so don't ever think it's negative. It is lucky, lucky, lucky. Now, keep in mind, all right, everything I'm going to talk about is protected in many ways. We're going to teach you some things you probably never heard before. Kind of fun, too. Get out a tablet and a pen. Don't take pictures. Write it down so your brain records. As we do this, there's a phone number to get a hold of us later today. It's toll-free. It's 800-510-3338. Now, what I want you to do is what I had to do. Okay? You know, basically, I didn't get a mommy and a daddy and all that good stuff like most of you. So I got to beg and steal out of a trash can, and I had to get out of what I call hell. And you know what? I heard no 50 billion times in my life. But if I listened to those people around me, I wouldn't have brought in the $100,000 at 9.5, $1 million at 14, double billion at 26. I wouldn't have been the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles, and I wouldn't have got my first Lamborghini at 14.5. So I want you to do exactly what I do. All right, plan on the problems. Someone today is going to get in your way, try to take it away, probably piss you off too. It could be me. You never know about making you mad. You see, here's the thing. All right, people have excuses. And a lot of times I drag them up the hill. That's what it takes. But safety credit's pretty simple. You see, you need $1 million corporate card, $100,000 card, or a personal card. That's called safety credit, by the way. Line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Because you only need a backup for a backup, and a backup for a backup, and a backup for a backup too. Never bring the pain home. We're all Humpty Dumptys. Why? Because we're always getting knocked down. We just got to get up again and again. Don't you ever accept failure. And by the way, like I said, I don't hear no. Now, you're going to find out a little bit of my journey, all right? And your journey begins with me. I want to hold your hand personally. I know you bought books and all that stuff about $1 Million Dream and secrets and all that crap. You even probably spent thousands of dollars on motivational stuff too. At the end of the day, all you got was blah, blah, blah. Let's give you the rules and the tools. Let's begin to play. You see, I'm going to get it and call it Getting Past Go. When I was a little boy, I basically got all those magazines, all the rich and famous people. You see, I didn't get the goodies. I had to eat out of a trash can and steal, and that just sucks. All right, so I didn't get the mommy and daddy like most of you. So bottom line is I wanted the goodies too. So I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope, oh my goodness, she was so much fun. She got her weekly and monthly checks. From the age of 3 to basically 10 years old, I got to be with her. You know what she did to me? You don't want to know. By the way, she dropped me off every morning at 6:30, Redondo Beach Pier, from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. I think she was a she-devil from hell. So stealing and begging off the pier, that kind of sucked. But you know what I got to do? I wanted out of hell so bad. Let's see how I did. I got my Lamborghini collections, my Duffys, my mansions. I broke world records too. All right. Got the basically yachts and race boats in the backyard. Got the helicopters too. All right. Even the Ferraris. See, this isn't to brag. This is to show you flat out. If I can do it from being homeless and getting to this, so can you. Write down Ray's rules. If you listen carefully, I'm going to offer to do all the work for you anyway. I'm sorry, I don't want you to screw up anymore. Now, basically in 1977, 43 years ago, I wrote Winning the Game of Business. You see, I had to move 24 times by the time I was 11 and a half years old. Those people were mean to me on the 1st and the 15th, probably because their rent or their mortgage was due. I was lucky, even though I was used and abused as a child. I connected the dots. I found out a corporation's a legal person. I found that out at 7.5 years old. Then I started Helping Hand Industries at 9.5. Brought in that 100,000. Then $1 million and double billion by the time I was 26. How am I doing so far? Don't worry, I'm the most verified person on the planet today. I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years before I found myself in a coma. So I'll basically challenge all of you. The bottom line is I want to do the work for you. You've all brought the pain home. You've all basically done it the wrong way. You've used even the wrong money today. So let's learn how to play. It's very simple. You give me 90 days. I will make sure I rebuild you, and I'll get you basically up to that $100,000 to $1 million card too. I just need you to follow through if you can do that today. Remember, $1 million dream. All right, you're stuck with me. Seminar, workshop, boot camps. I never passed the buck. I've been having fun with people just like you for 43 years. You see, I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. I don't need one, and I don't want one too. Getting to an 820 score, that's not a problem for me. It is probably for you. The reality is simple. Today is what? November 13th, a lucky day. What do we get to do? Let's get you $100,000 of personal or business credit. Let's get you a franchise, one that stays open to COVID-19 or COVID-9 or the next COVID-26. You see, you got to plan on this in the future. It's going to happen again and again. House, apartment complex, commercial real estate too. Let me play with you. Now here, this is fun. In 1998, I made Inc. magazine, how to basically use plastic to finance business, and I built my cat $1 million of credit. Just for the hell of it, to prove my point. I did it for Monica in the office too. So if I can do it to my cat, I can probably do it for you. What do you think? You see, today is 2020. That's the one fiscal year. Come January 2nd, 2021, that's blackjack year. By the way, you're going to be a winner next year if you play with me. Now, you can trust one thing. It's a written guarantee or your money back. Because I'm not full of blah, blah, blah. I'm going to make sure you get there. Even if I have to get you out of your own damn way. And that's half the time anyway, too. You see, the last time you lost your job and got an emergency, you know what happened next? You ran out of time. You ran out of money. You jacked up your credit again. Why the hell did you do that? I don't get this. All right? You brought the pain home in 42 days. Congratulations for using the wrong money in the first place. On that tablet and pen, write down, I want you up every morning at 4:30 in the morning. And that's still sleeping in. The reality is pretty simple. Getting to know me, pretty simple to do. You see, I'm the one who trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW and Spearman years ago. Do yourself a favor. Google Credit Services Act. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. Well, they'll say credit repair is a scam. They're not allowed to collect money up front, but they'll break the rules too. It'll refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair at all. By the way, what are you going to do? Keep guessing? All right, you're going to get stuck with me for the next 3 months. It's the best thing you'll ever going to do. I wish I had a me when I was you. Simple. Let's look at the SSN. Ladies, get out your Social Security card from your wallet. It's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket in your wallet. Pull it out. Because if I ask you if you read the card, you're going to say, yeah, I did. Then if I ask you 4 questions, you're going to fail the test. Ray's rules are pretty simple. All right, because I didn't like being in hell. I didn't like begging on the pier. I didn't like eating out of a freaking trash can. So guess what? You got one SSN. Goody for you. You know why you got one? Because you were told to get one as a teenager to get the job. That equaled the 1040 tax return, by the way. Did you know the Federal Trade Commission says 97% are screwed up today? It'll probably be you. Congratulations. When you read that card in front of you today, it'll say don't laminate, don't use for variety purposes, don't carry with you. It's not even your card. By the way, here's the application you filled out as a teenager. Look at the card I told you to pull out of your purse or wallet. It says property of Social Security Administration. You see, your credit card companies and the banks aren't supposed to use it or abuse it either. It's for not ID purposes. So I got a rapid rescore program. I get to block all your crap. And then I get to rebuild you anyway. Now, here's how it is, and this is how we're going to play. The office charged $998 every day. That's a credit rebuilding. That's a rapid rescore, too. Today, I'm going to charge you $499 for the rapid rescore, give you the credit building for free. Then I'm going to take away your excuses. I'm going to hand you a $5,000 credit card. 10 times you invested in yourself. I always take away excuses. I got 17 million millionaire clients so far in the last 43 years, and billionaire clients too. So if you really want that 820 credit score, step up to the plate. You Zelle $499 to me. It's pretty simple. I give you a card for $5,000, and I even invite you to my class tomorrow at 1 o'clock. You can go there for 30 days, no 90 days too. I want you not to screw this up again. Is that okay with you? Now there's the Zelle. Take a picture of this page. You could wire deposit. If you call the office, go ahead. They're going to charge you $9.98. They get a commission, and I don't. You see, I want to repackage your life. Sorry. I think you're screwing it up anyway. All right, sorry. Don't take it personally. You see, I'd like to clone me into you. All right, that means the house, the car, your bank account. Because I don't know why you don't have $1 million card. You should right now. Why don't you have a $100,000 card? Corporate credit. Why don't you have a $100,000 or personal credit? What's wrong with you? The bottom line, this is easy to do. I've been doing it for 43 years. But I mastered the rules and the tools by the time I was 9.5 years old. I had no choice. I had to get out of hell. So guess what? Credit for me saved my life as a kid and as an adult. You see, what happened next is you're going to hear somebody go, money for a rainy day, blah, 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 some more. It doesn't rain in my life. It always pours. So let's think about you today. Let's say today you need $5,000, but you need it now. You ask your friends, your family, and the bank, and they all say no. Congratulations. If you had a safety credit card like in my hand or on the screen for $5,000 today, and you had to max it out for that emergency, the payment is only $50 a month. Because you weren't prepared, you brought the pain home. And by the way, you kind of waste $50 every other day. So why don't you start listening and learning how to play the game? Yes, they say the average person wastes $140 a week. Is that true about you? That's $600 a month. Did you know this is a Venture and a Venture One card, each $50,000 a piece? Here's $100,000. But let's remember something flat out. You can't write off personal credit card or interest rate at all. Write down an equal safety credit from now on. You're going to do this the right way from now on. It's going to be kind of fun. If you max out one of those cards at $50,000 a piece, the payment is $612.26. For what the average person wastes or pisses away every month, I could have got him 2 pizzas, started a damn business. That's only $24,000 of positive cash flow too. Stop wasting money. Stop bringing the pain home to you. You got a choice today to play. And I like to play because it's fun. See, like I told you in the beginning, plan on somebody pissing you off, getting in your way, and try to take it away. It's probably your friends and family from the past, isn't it? I hear it all the time. You see, you all got knocked down because you weren't prepared. Have safety credit, line of defense, see it, believe it, go get it every time. You're going to win when you play with me because I'm not going to let you lose at all because we're all Humpty Dumptys. Let's get back up again and again. Now, you better start writing that goal list. Everything you ever want, please challenge me. I'm so friggin' bored. I've been bored for years. So let's understand something. Goals. You're going to have to basically believe in yourself. Me, I believe in God, and I believe in me. You know what? 1981, when I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet, today I still hold the record too. White men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. So the bottom line is this. If somebody says you can't do this or that, don't listen to them. God gave you a gift and a dream. Go get it and help other people like I do every day. You're going to have to master Ray's rules. You're going to have to find your voice too. Become you. Because you're holding back today. Remember that SSN you got? Why'd you get it to? Pretty simple. You were told to, so we fought like sheep. Then we got it to get what? The job. Then the tax return called to 1040. And you got your little write-offs too. Wow. You know what you got now? Because the credit system abuses it and you allow it today? Because you could block all that crap too. You got an Experian, an Equifax, a TransUnion too. Oh, goody for you. And the moment you jacked up a card past 29%, you dropped your score, you got stuck, couldn't get any more. Sounded like you? It's how it works today. It's just the truth. It will set you free. The bottom line is you get to play with me. I like having fun. By the way, the SSN, there's another reason we got it too. You see, we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. That's why they have the census to print some more money. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, let's print some more money today. That's what they do all the time. Don't you know that? Now, on that tablet and pen, write this down, please. Ray's rules. I want every one of you to listen very carefully. You ready? All right, I don't want you using more than 29%. I want you to have 71,000 of safety credit. I died in pandemic number 9. Now we got number 19. Wait for number 2026. This isn't over, don't you understand? You better damn well be ready for the next one that's coming your way. If not, you're just going to be dead or bring the pain home every day. When you take the money from the family and the credit, and you roll the dice and you say, honey, let's hurt the family some more. I don't get it. I will never compute that, no matter what you have to say or do. It makes no damn sense to me. I didn't have anybody till I got a wife and kids, and I'll be damned if I bring the pain home to them. You see, understand something. I've always had God and me. That's about it. Don't bring the pain home. That's called silly and stupid and dumb. You used the wrong money in the wrong way. Why didn't you learn how to play? I know you're going to tell me about your sad story nobody gives a damn about. There's me in a coma at 5.5 years old when I hit the curb with my face at 40 miles an hour. They told me I never walk again. Hell, I got up anyway. There's me in a coma in 2009 and I get to die. That kind of sucked too. So there I am. Look at me. I'm dead. I got to die at 5:41. In the coma, I made a promise to God that I'd help everybody the rest of my life if he gave me another chance. Here I am. I get to help you. They first said it, COVID-9, pandemic 9, and then they call it H1N1. They couldn't make up their damn mind. Swine flu and pneumonia. Now let's understand something flat out. I'm from Show Me State. Show me what you got or shut up. It's kind of like the guy online going, this is $100,000. This is what you do. It's like, shut up. What up? Put $100,000 in my jacket pocket. I've had $10 million on the table here. I'm so tired of BS. You spend thousands of dollars for a damn book and CD. How to make some money today. Blah, 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 blah. If you don't get the damn money and credit, you don't get anywhere. Flat out, who the hell's going to show you step by step besides me? So show me what you got, and I'll show you what I got, too. There's my yacht and my race boat parked in my backyard. But there I am at the damn coma. I get to die. That kind of sucked. Didn't matter I was worth billions of dollars. You still get to die, too. H1N1? That kind of sucks, too. So what did I get to do? Let's see. I made the promise, came out of the coma with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my credit score back to an 820. I popped $1 million credit card again. I don't stay down. From now on, if you play with me, neither will you. After I'm done repackaging you the right way in the first place. So guess what you get to do? Stop bringing the pain home. That's called silly and dumb. God saved me to come back to help you. Won't that be kind of fun? Don't worry, not everybody likes me, but not everybody likes you. It's just the way it works. Believe in yourself. God won't let you go through something you can't handle anyway. And after meeting me, you got no excuses anymore. We get to play. By the way, COVID-19 can wipe us out again. We don't get a do-over this time. We get to live or die. Why don't you wear a mask today? Why not? If I knew to wear a mask or a bubble around my head versus laying in that damn hospital being dead, I would have did that too. But understand, it takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one you gonna pick? You got a choice today. Don't be comfortable, please. I've never been comfortable a day in my life. My plan is to bring another 10 billion in the next 36 months for the hell of it, because it's fun. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. I don't seem to need one. What about you? Don't you dare be comfortable today, because comfortable people are lazy. Okay, let's go get it. But half of you are lazy, the other half really want to go get it. Which part of you? Now, when I was 2.5 years old, crying my eyes out because of what they did to me, I was looking in the mirror. And I looked at it in the mirror and I said this to myself at 2.5 years old. I got to figure this out. Ever since that day, every morning my body wakes up at 2:25 without an alarm clock. Don't need one. What did I do today? I dropped to my knees and says, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go find a mirror and I stare at it for 2 minutes. I put myself in check every morning. You got to try this. Believe me, it'll change your life. It's called Ray's Mirror Test. So why don't you not comb your teeth when you look in the mirror next time? And let's ask yourself 2 questions. Have you completed everything you need to? The answer is no. So why are you not getting up earlier than 4:30 in the morning? Is there more to be done? Yeah. 43 years, seminars, workshops, boot camps, millions and millions of people. I asked them the same question I'm going to ask you. Did God give you an idea, a vision, and a dream? You're probably going to say yes, too. Oh, goody. What'd you do next? I don't get it. You asked your friends and family what they think. I'm sorry, all I've heard from people for 43 years is your friends and family, the ones who rip you off last. They don't see your vision. All you did is cloud your direction. Do yourself a favor for 90 days. Shh. Let me do all the work for you and hand you a fish and teach you how to fish. Next, let's go chase the carrot and the dream. Let's go chase the money. Money. Understand something. I love money. It's one of my top 10. Not my top 5, but it's my top 10. See, for me, nobody had to go through what I had to go through in most cases. So what does money do for me today? Simple. I don't have to steal or beg off the pier. I can feed my family and pay my bills. I can help people like you. You going to pay attention today? I pray that you do. See, you got to realize 90% of people hate their job anyway. You see, we're getting older slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. They're going to fire you anyway. And then you're going to drive an Uber. You're going to deliver some pizza. That's your true American dream, right? Sure in the hell isn't mine. Now, draw this on that piece of paper I told you to. Let's remember something. I'm the one who wrote all the rules about divisions today in 1986. You ready to play? I'm going to make sure you get a corporation and a line of defense. These are going to be divisions, subsidiaries, and more. Debt follows tax ID. Debt basically credit reports too. So what do we get to do? You get to learn from the guy that created the rules and the tools, from the horse's mouth versus the horse's you know what, usually you get to listen to. You're going to set up the line of defense. You got this? You drive around your city today, you're going to see empty banks and grocery stores. Before, even during COVID-19, you know what they did? They bankrupted the piece. They wrote it all off on the taxes, and they're still in business today. They didn't lose anyway. Bottom line is, it's up to you. Stop bringing the pain home. You get to learn how to play with me. Isn't that going to be fun for you? Now, being with Mrs. Hope the first almost 10 years of my life, the she-devil from hell, you know, every Wednesday night they had a poker game. I listened to the poker game. I stood outside my bedroom, which was the pantry next to the garage. I wrote my little notes. I thought it was kind of weird. Probably true. Do you know what they said? They said a corporation's a legal person. Oh, I wrote that down. I circled that sucker 10 times. I heard my way out of hell if I could figure it out. I rode my little bicycle the next day at 7.5 years old to the Torrance Police Department. Whee! Next to the store was a library. I went in and I said, "Ma'am, could you help me, please?" She said, "Here's a book, here's a microfiche." Now ask yourself a question today. How many thousands of dollars have you pissed away? Did you buy the book about secrets? Or how to get the $1 million dream? Or the rich dad, stupid idiot dad, and all that crap, or Susie or Ramsey and all that crap too? And at the end of the day, all you got is their story and go blah, blah, blah. Without the money, how you gonna go get it? So what I did, I got so upset, I got pissed off. So I read that book front and back. I was lucky God gave me an IQ and basically told a recall off the chart. You know what's kind of fun for me? At the time, I'm reading a page at a time. I went to the library from 7.5 to 9.5 years old because it didn't exist until I wrote it myself. By the way, that's the $1 million, all right, and that's the millionaires, all right, founder's kit too. So let's think about something today. It's kind of fun. Those are the books and CDs, how I got that first 100,000 at Helping Hand, $1 million at 14, double billion at 26, and there's the rules and tools for you. And if you didn't go get it, that's kind of dumb, but that's up to you too. By the way, I had $841 million of real estate before the coma, all in the corporate structure, of course. Then I got to be a consultant for banks for many years, so I got a book how to become the bank, buckets of money, and tax balancing too. Don't forget winning the game of business. Now, when I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night there was a line around the hotel. All right. Bottom line, it was kind of fun too. I used to sell that system for $20,000 a pop. But when Credit Hotline closed their office this year, because they went home to get that unemployment check, because I was donating my time, in their warehouse they had books and CDs. So guess what we get to do today? Every one of you need to get all those 18 books and CDs, and I'm talking now and today, not tomorrow. The office, the sales team, they sell for $999. If you did it through the webinar with me, I give you half price. I don't need the money. So the reality is you can sell $4.99. But if you don't do it during the webinar, call sales later today. They'll love to get your sale for $9.98. Zelle wire deposit. Kind of simple to do. Now, what I get to do for you is simple. I want to rebuild you the right way. I'm going to take the rapid rescore and block all your crap and rebuild you. I'm going to get you credit lines, not trade line crap, credit lines, cash. Checkbooks too, articles, books, CDs, and classes. Now, write it down. Look at every credit card you have today. Make sure it's at 25 to 29%. You jack up the card past that, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. To maintain an 820 credit score, you got to maintain 25 to 29%. Listen carefully. I've got to make you a qualified CFO for a corporation. That's the only way you're going to get cash, credit all the way. You got a choice if you want to really win. But again, getting the 820, not a problem at all. You see, write it down. CFO equals you. I'm going to add you to my dashboards. I'm an affiliate, 115 creditors. I got $10 million of history. So when I add you to one of my cards, I get to ask for separate billing for you. And you get this card right away. Isn't that fun? Now again, I did it for my cat. I probably can do it for you too. It's up to you. Now remember the golds and the platinums, if they're paid over time, the 29% rule does not come in effect at all. I like to get you one of the cards. Teach you how to push it to 100,000. Then I'd like to get you 9 more. Would you like $1 million too? Now on this one, you got to call the office. Talk to a specialist. 800-510-3338 too. That's all you got to do. When it comes to money, understand something. Next year, you better ready to go get some real estate. There's going to be lots of real estate ready to play with to do. So there's 4 ways to play with me. Real estate's my favorite thing to do. Maybe a fixer-upper. Maybe a duplex, a fourplex, an apartment complex too. Now, I specialize in commercial real estate. You see, they announced how many people are behind in their basically payments and rent. But they realize out there who's behind, 80% of those people have a job. They're milking the friggin' system not to pay their landlord on purpose. 20% need help. There's a difference. So, but in commercial real estate, they don't pay. They get the hell out today, and I get to leverage it 10 ways. You want to play yet? You see, I want to get you a franchise too. Maybe a Pizza, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's when they got the beef. We can do profit sharing too. Now, I was the incorporator for the rich and famous people, and that was kind of fun. See, I taught them how to leverage money and credit. 84 ways to play. Turn these into 99 more cards, which equals $100 million of credit, by the way. Now, let's look at a car. Remember, I said house, car, and bank account too? Let's look at a Lamborghini, my favorite car. What do you drive today? I bet you're doing it all wrong anyway. You see, when you look at rich and famous people, they drive a company car, they write it all off. But not you. What you're doing today, you got your paycheck. Oh, goody, you got the leftover. You pay your bills, you pay for a car you should not. Then you take the money and credit from the family and go, honey, let's hurt the family some more. I don't get it. It doesn't compute. Why are you not driving a car at fleet price and a tax ID? What's wrong with you? Are these suckers turned on? I don't get it today. All right, you got to realize today, your paycheck, they call it taxable income. Are you paying the payment, the gas, registration, and insurance too? You ought to be yelling your head, basically yelling your hell off and going, no! Why aren't you driving a company car? I don't get it. I guess I'll never understand that at all. But again, if you want to play, you can get to the workshop with me starting tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're going to have some fun. Now, let's look at this form. It's called an SS4. Now, if you try it on your own, I'm sorry, you're going to fall on the floor. You need an affiliate to start the credit report. Now, let's look at Section 10. You ready? It's right in front of you. It says banking and credit purposes. We're allowed to get credit to the tax ID. Write off the interest rate in the credit card, too. Oh, how much would you like? Corporation, division, line of defense, too? See, if you like, I get to build you an Asperian, a TransUnion, and Equifax, too. Remember what I said today. Corporation, line of defense for you. Every division, subsidiary, more will have an SS4. Not only can we separate a piece, but we get credit reports too. Remember, I wrote the rules in 1986. Don't you ever bring the pain home after meeting me, because I'm going to make sure you learn the rules and the tools and how to play. Remember, I can get you the Experian, Equifax, TransUnion too. How much credit would you like after I rebuild you? Because you've been doing it wrong anyway. Like I did in 1986, SS 4 times 4. Don't you name a corporation after you. That's called dumb. Don't name it what it is called. That's called double dum-dum. What we got to do is set up the line of defense. In other words, the division for real estate, franchise, current business. If you allow me to, I'll get you $100,000 up to that, or up to $1 million credit card too. We get to write it off on the corporation. Isn't that fun? The corporation can finance itself once it's set up. For the money you pissed away, you could be a millionaire today. Oh well, I already tried to offer you $50,000 earlier. 29% safety credit, $71,000 of safety. Don't take money from the family. Never hurt your family again. Don't bring the pain home. Raise rules. SSN equal to 1040 tax return. Over there, over here, we're allowed to build it. But again, you're going to have to listen and learn. Well, I do all the work for you in the first place. Isn't that going to be kind of fun? Here you go. SSN equals a 1040. Oh, goody, you got your 2 write-offs. SS 4 times 4. We're allowed for banking and credit purposes too, and write it all off today. How much would you like? Now, if you got a corporation before you met me, you probably paid $3,000 plus. Got a stock kit too. Oh, goody for you. You know what they say? 96% of people set it up every day. Don't do a darn thing anyway. Here, I want to customize it for you. Articles, also list tax ID. Then I'm going to hand it to you, and I'm going to charge you $9.99. Now, you ever remember the time you watched your favorite movie? Probably the other day. Could you say the words before they do? Probably. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you in the corporate setup class for 90 days. I want it in here. Okay? I want you in level 1. So you set up the line of defense in the divisions too. Normally charging $999 for that too. The office sells it for $1,998. But today I'm going to give it away to you for half price. $999 today. I'm going to hand you $10,000 of cash credit back to you as I rebuild you. I'm going to give you the rapid rescore and the credit building too for free. Now what excuse you got today? You don't have one at all. Millionaires in the Making is my favorite one. Step 1, we add all the pieces together for you. Difference is the office wants to charge you $39.95. All right, that's okay. Me, I'm going to give it away for $2,499 to you. I'm going to hand you $50,000. Nope, $25,000 of credit. You see, $9.99 you get $10,000 and all the goodies in me. $24.99 you get $25,000 of credit. You still get the goodies in me. Which one's affordable to you today? That's pretty simple. You get 10 times your investment back to you anyway, and you don't have to worry because I'm going to hold your hand every day. Zelle, wire, deposit. That's pretty simple to do. The bottom line is pretty simple for you. Now, if you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, that's kind of fun too, but you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might want to go to raiswebinar.com, get the full overview, and never bring the pain home again. Now, here's what I heard when I was 7.5 years old. All right, basically outside my bedroom, which is the pantry. And they said this, and this is basically Chapter 18 for corporations. It's not legal advice at all. It says a corporation's a legal person. It's right there in front of you. By the way, it has more rights than you and I do personally. So if you don't want a business, you want to stay back to the job you hate, that's okay. You should incorporate anyway. That way you get personal and business credit. Now the write-offs you're missing today, you might think about it because doctors, CPAs, and attorneys do it every day. Now let's think. Let's do this. Ready? The United States of America Incorporated, they set up their line of defense called states. All states are corporations, but you have not done it for you. Now the states set up their line of defense too. It's called cities. Every city is a corporation too. What about you? You watched cities in the past file bankruptcy. Did you know they created their own little bankruptcy called a Chapter 9 bankruptcy? Just in case something went wrong. All right? See, they did the same thing I'm telling you to do. Set up the line of defense in case someone wants to bring the pain home. Because you are we the people. It's about time you learn how to play the game and win. Nixon took the gold standard out, gave the guys the keys to the printing press. They print money 24/7. Now here's Mama. And let's go back in time for you and me. We were told to get an SSN as a teenager to get the job to equal a 1040 tax return. I bet you didn't even know why you got the SSN. You were told to get an SSN to get a job. That's all you knew. You didn't know it actually equaled to the 1040 tax return, did you? By the way, Mama, she's going to be handed an SSN form for the baby. The hospital, it cannot federally mandated release a baby and a mama from a hospital until they submit the SSN and get the Social Security card issued to the baby. Because the baby's going to get a job today too. Nope, they got to know how much money to print before the baby goes in the stroller, the car seat, and goes home. They got to do it there because they don't know if you're ever going to do it ever at all. So let's remember, SSN, safety credit. What do we get? Corporation. Tax ID, we get credit, $1 million to $100,000 plus. Then we get a line of defense. Every division does it too. And what do we get to do? Remember, never bring the pain home again. Donald Trump bankrupted 4 corporations in the past. He didn't bring the pain home. Rich and famous people do it every day. Cities do it too. What about you? Why haven't you learned how to play? Oh, you're going to say, no one taught you. No one taught me either. I had to master the rules until I was 9.5 years old. But now you got me. I'll teach you to play. I wish I had a me when I was your age too. Oh, credit card, start credit score. Oh, goody. You get your house and a car. That didn't do anything for you besides sit there and look pretty until you screw it up. So the rule is don't screw it up. Raise rules. 29%. 25 to 29% on all given cards. That's how you maintain an 820 credit score. Got to make you a qualified CFO. If not, you're not getting corporate credit at all. Golds and platinums, 29% rule doesn't affect. You want 1 card or you want 10? Let me know. You just call the office. They'll help you that too. You see, remember the SSN, they're not supposed to use it and abuse it. You're not even allowed to use it for credit purposes at all. But now we got to use a rapid rescore and block all the crap and rebuild you anyway. Remember what I said earlier? $4.99 a rapid rescore. I give you a $5,000 or a cash card back to you. I invite you to the class on Saturday at 1 o'clock for 90 days too. What excuse you got now? You don't have one at all. Zelle wire deposit, and it's actually a money back guarantee. I have fun with people like you. You see, guess what? I broadcast twice a day, Monday through Friday and all day Saturday, live because I don't like pre-recorded crap. I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. Can you follow through? Now let's look at Walt Disney in the past. They filed bankruptcy 7 times, kind of like some of you. What they do recently? They got $1 billion in the bank. They don't want to pay tax at all. They know how to play, so they wrote an IOU to themselves. You see, understand something today, ladies and gentlemen. If Mickey can play, so can you. But again, there's that SS4. What are we going to do? We're going to get credit for the corporation, the divisions, subsidiaries too. And what am I going to do for you? Pretty simple. I'm going to have fun and get you the Experian, Equifax, TransUnion too. Now you're going to have the money to finance that American dream and write it off at the same time too. Isn't that going to be fun for you? But again, it's a choice today. CFO equals you. That's what I've got to make sure I do for you. Personal credit, remember, can't write it off. Got to be called safety credit. Over here, what are we going to get first? We're going to get the cash credit first. The credit lines first per division. Then we'll think about supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. Got to make you a qualified CFO. All right, remember, corporate setup today is $9.99. $10,000 of credit back to you. All right, a rapid rescore and credit building too. It's a giveaway because I want to get you to $1 million dream. The millionaires in the making, $3,995 to you from the office. But if you do it during the webinar, it's $2,499 today. And I hand you $25,000 of cash credit back to you while I do all the work for you anyway. That's 10 times your investment. Now what excuse you got? Don't have one at all. Zelle wire deposit. That's all we got to do. Now, when I studied Mr. Buffett's father in the past, and I studied him, you see, let's understand, he owns 100 plus companies. He owns his favorite 10. He owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bread Sturry, and Fruit of the Loom. This man's playing the game. Why are you not playing to win too? I don't get it. You have the right. And am I, as an affiliate to you, guess what? Don't use the authorized user crap, because that's what it is. Trade lines are a joke. You don't need that at all. Let me get you the qualified CFO and build you a bunch of credit. Would you like $100,000 or $1 million card? Let me know. It's not hard to do. You see, I'm the guy that invented daisy chaining of credit for you. I can turn these all into 99 more. Would you like $100 million today? You got to use corporate credit. Why? It's the only thing we get to write off at all. That's why it's called Ray's Rules. There's 20,000 of those to learn. We get to play and never bring the pain where? Home. Now here's some bars in front of you. Now none of you, of course, but this is for the one that want to rip everybody off or defraud them. And the first time I will testify against anybody in court of law. Now here's 3 divisions that floated in front of you. Here's a corporation. Listen carefully. Corporation never does business ever. It gets credit only. It manages the divisions, period. Those are the divisions called the line of defense. Those are the ducks in case something goes wrong. And if something goes wrong with the piece, you know what we're going to do that piece? We're going to learn the 3-step today. You ready? We might call it the Donald Trump, the city, the Wells Fargo Bank, or rich and famous people too. Same thing they got to do. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. We can't save the piece, and we tried. Oh, we're going to bankrupt that piece, keep the other pieces, and never bring the pain where? Home. Why would anybody bring the pain home? That's called silly and dumb. Remember what I said? Draw this. Corporation, tax ID, line of defense. Every division is subsidiary with a tax ID. I wrote the rules in 1986. Never bring the pain home again. It's up to you. You've got to set up that line of defense. See, you got the ability to play the game if you listen to me. Now, your house, I'm sorry to say, you probably did it wrong anyway. Don't take it personally. Ray's rules are pretty simple. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. If your assets in your house are in your name today and not in a trust, if somebody sues you, they take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate. Your family gets diddly squat. You might want to Google the word trust today. Now, next year, I want every one of you to listen to me. I want you to get 10 pieces of property minimum. And I'm going to have a special event to show you how to do that too. It's going to be kind of fun because I want every one of you to become a millionaire through the corporate structure. So let's think about this. You fix one up pretty good. You hire the contractor that hires the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. Remember what I said earlier? Someone's going to get in your way, try to take it away from you. Every property should be quitclaim deed to a division, an assignment of equity. Pretty simple. So that way, at the end of the day, they can't sue you at all. And what they're going to get is diddly squat. Why not? You see, since I had to beg and steal off a pier as a little boy, didn't get a mommy and a daddy like you, I make sure no one ever takes away my marbles too. So why don't you Google the word irrevocable trust today? That's the one I would pick if I was you, but that's up to you too. You got the ability to play the game. You still got to fix up that property today. Every one of you have to listen. The IRS are the rules. You cannot circumvent the IRS any time. So if you try to play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess, stop it. Go to irs.gov. Download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system today. Now let's remember something. I'm going to show you how to have other divisions that go to the manufacturer. To save up to 70% plus, I don't want you to have to pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days. Is that okay with you? See, I'm the original OPM. Now, when we closed escrow on that property we fixed up, the escrow was going to pay off all the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich because you're not. That's what happens to most people. They got the money in their pocket and they think they're rich and then they piss it away like that $10,000 to $100,000 you had in the past. And some of you are broke today. Please write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money. Borrower money is not taxable. Set up the line of defense. You see, before my coma, my office was in Irvine Spectrum. It was only 22,000 square feet, two-story building, and it had offices around the globe doing $1 million plus a day, helping people like you. But I found myself in a coma, and that kind of sucks. But you know what the bank used to do before I got into the coma? They'd be at the office every morning at 9 o'clock or on the phone going, Ray, what can I do for you today? Banks always kiss your assets when they don't have the money. And if you don't have any money, you don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. I'm going to be telling you what to do, so get used to that, please. All right? Because I'm going to show you exactly how to leverage money. The banks borrow from the feds times 10, loan back times 5 to us. If you listen correctly, that could have been up to $3 million. Now, borrow money is not taxable. A McDonald's today costs $2 million. Why don't we get a McDonald's, a Big Mac, a fry, and a chocolate shake, too? That's all you got to do. Now, it's like the Rolex I got years ago. I didn't want to pay for it. Why would I do that? That makes no sense to me. So I basically got it wholesale price. After I opened a division for jewelry, $39,000. They overnighted the watch to me. I don't have to pay for it for 30 days. I put a loan on a watch I did not own. They paid the invoice when it came in. The leftover money I put in the bank on the watch I did not own. At the end of the day, I got it for free. You ready to play with me? Oh, don't worry. Clinton and Fishburne and Mom are my clients in the past, too. Don't remember Wyco was, too. Kirk and Vane, Kevin Costner. Oh, Ricky Ross. Free Ricky Ross, come on down, too. Even college professors from Bio University, too. Like I said, I was the incorporator for most rich and famous people. Thousands of them, too. You're going to have to beat your doubt. Do you understand this? I'm going to hold your hand, get you the pieces, and make sure you run your race and don't basically fall down again. Cash flow for you per time. Every time I hear Kiyosaki go blah, 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 he's never at his events. He's all blah, blah, blah. Buy another book today. Bottom line is, if someone doesn't show you how to go get the money, it's all blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is you need the money. Why? It takes money to get honey. Is that correct, ladies, today? Understand something. C-191D on a brand new corporation. 8 ways to loan out money. Ooh, goody. What are we going to do? Let's take cards and let's figure out we want $50,000 off of a card. Why not? 50,000 is only 6, 12, 26. So I loan 5 people $10,000 apiece. I put a second on their house. I do a homestead blocker and a UCC one with a chattel mortgage too. Now guess what happens? We now get a positive cash flow of $2,449 per month. They don't pay. You get all their goodies too. By the way, do you need $4,800? You need basically $7,347? Let me know. You get to design your own cash flow. Don't you get this in about 90-day period too? Anybody can become $1 million dream under the corporate structure today. You see, I'll never show anything I didn't obtain myself, from the mansions to the helicopters to the yachts too. Gotta get you past go. Bottom line is, stock the shelf or own the store. Which one you want to do? It's gonna be up to you. Don't ever get stuck with the things surrounding you. I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She wanted a little girl. I got a wee-wee, so guess what? I'm a boy. She gave me a girl's name and raised my middle name. I got to be raised in Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, and Carson, too. Good areas. It's kind of fun. Make sure you don't get around your surroundings. You can go get it if you want to. All right? It's like this. This is God's gift. Where I parked my yacht and my race boat in my backyard. Where'd you park yours again? See, that's the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. I always go for the biggest and the best. By the way, how about the helicopter, the Lamborghini, and the building, too? Now, here's something I want you to do. I want you to change your driver's license today to a mailing address or a P.O. box. The last time you wrote a check, you were over here, you pull out your driver's license, you weren't home. It's like going, why don't you rob my house? I'm not home right now. Why don't you sue me and take everything I got? When are you going to protect your assets? When? California, we got the Schaefer Bill, the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. It's about time you step up to the plate. Now remember, the last time you bought a car, you let someone sweat you all day long. You lost $5,000. You got up to 9 inquiries too. Oh, goody for you. By the way, you're only supposed to get 6 inquiries every 180 days. The next time, understand, when they hand you that paper, it says, we need your permission to run the credit. You should have wrote down next to your signature, allows 1 inquiry. You should have took a picture. I don't know why you do the things you do, but probably you don't know either. So guess what? I'd like you to do and listen carefully. Tomorrow in the workshops and setup in level 1, we're going to talk about getting the tax ID and getting the car at fleet price. You want to learn to play? Let me know today. So the bottom line is pretty simple. Let's say you went to the bank or the grocery store and you accidentally bumped someone's car, but that person acts like they got whiplash, they're going to die. They're going to ask you for your driver's license, insurance, or registration, please. Now what happens now? Oh, there's your address. The insurance. Are you paying for the insurance out of that paycheck when a corporation could have paid for it and wrote it all off too? Don't tell me you're the registered owner of that car today. So then they call that nasty attorney on TV and they sue you and they take everything you got. I told you earlier, someone's going to get in your way and try to take it away from you. Remember what we got to do. I want the car registered owner always to be a division and not you. I want to make sure they get diddly squat. Is that okay with you? You got the ability to listen and learn as long as these are turned on today. I hope you really want to play and win to get to the $1 million dream. You see, it's simple. I took my yacht on July 3rd, 2009. There's my address at the time. From my backyard, I said fill it up. It was $1,600. I got to use a corporate card, wrote off the interest rate and the card too, and the yacht. Why not? So there I get to die the next day because someone came on my yacht. Swine flu pneumonia. I walked around after I made that promise to help people for 5 weeks with an oxygen tank. Put my score back to an 820. I popped $1 million credit card again. I don't stay down, and if you play with me, I'll make sure you don't stay down too. Remember, God's using me to help you today. I'm keeping my promise to you. There I am. I get to die at 5:41 on July 5th, 2009. They called it what again? COVID-9. Now we got COVID-19. Don't worry. I'm sorry to say we're probably going to have COVID-26 in the future too. Plan on that. Just in case it happens, we get prepared this time. God saved me to come back and help you. Remember, believe in yourself. God won't let you go through something you can't handle. And after this, guess what? You're stuck with me. There's no more excuses today. We get to play. I named my son and my daughter after me because eventually when I do die, the Reynolds University will be my legacy. Remember corporate setup today? This is your last and final chance. That's right, today, period. Usually $9.99. Workshop setup in level 1, $9.92. Reality is usually $1,998 to you. Today, $999. Your last and final chance. You blow this, it's on you. The bottom line is I'm going to hand you $10,000 of cash credit back. All right, 10 times your money. Rapid rescore and credit building too. If you're not Zelling right away or wire deposit today, sorry to say, you blew it. You won't be playing with me tomorrow. So the reality is simple. Reach in the dream, think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. It's half the fun. And like I said in the beginning today, all I want is 90 days in the beginning with you. I'll do all the work. Seminar, workshop, and boot camp won't pass the buck. Don't worry, you can trust a written guarantee or your money back too. It's pretty simple to do. Now let's think about motivation. I listen to it every day. But at the end of the day, it's still blah, blah, blah. Remember, you got a story to tell too. I'd like to get you the 820 credit score, up to 100,000 of safety credit, give you a corporation and divisions up to $1 million of credit too. I want you to stop being stuck. What's next for you is pretty simple. It's called Raise Rules. There's 20,000 of these you're going to master up here. That's why you need to be at the workshop starting tomorrow morning with me. Again, it's all up to you. Like I said earlier, I want to clone me into you. I want to repackage your house, your car, and your bank account too. All right? I don't want you to screw up anymore. You know those books and CDs? There's 18 books and CDs. All right? Listen to me 24/7 while you get to the workshop too. The office sells it for $9.99. Today, through me, long as it's basically Zelle during the webinar, it's half price at $4.99. And if you don't do it right away, you just blew that too. Zelle wire deposit. It's all you got to do. It's pretty simple. Remember, corporate setup today, half price. $10,000 of credit back to you. Rapid Rescore Credit Building 2. It's your last and final chance today. That way you can play with me all day tomorrow too. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you're going to have to do. Remember, how did the 14th Amendment of the Constitution turn corporations into people? It actually did. Isn't that fun? Now, I love the United States of America. Well, if you ever get to know me, all right, you're going to realize I analyze everything 1,000 different ways. And I never stop analyzing every time I play the game. I analyze it again and again and again and again because I want to win. The United States of America, they manage their 50 states. That's called their line of defense. The states manage their line of defense too, called the cities. They wanted a plan in case there was a problem. They invented a tax or bankruptcy called Chapter 9 for the cities. You watched them file that in the past too. You can start basically repackaging your life too if you want to. Never have joint credit. House close, escrow, close, homestead reported into a trust. Corporation, don't name it after you, don't name it what it does. Have up to $1 million of credits, have the fun. Set up a division for real estate, franchise, current business. Understand something, that's called the line of defense. And the only way you're going to structure correctly if I do it for you in the beginning and you master Ray's rules and tools. That's what I want to make sure you understand. We're going to plan the problem in the beginning because there's always something going to go wrong. There's always somebody going to get in our way and try to take it away too. But you got a little overview today about safety credit and the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it every day. Remember, I don't want you bringing the pain home anyway. We're all Humpty Dumptys. We're going to get back again and again. And if all you want is that credit score up to an 820, okay. Rapid Rescore today for $499. $1,000, nope, I'm going to give you a $5,000 card today. That's 10 times money back to you. This is your last and final chance. If you're not selling $499, depositing or wiring to, sorry, you're never going to get it anyway. You see, at the end of the day, I've got to make you a qualified CFO, Chief Financial Officer for a corporation. The Millionaires in the Making is my favorite one. See, I believe every one of you should be a millionaire corporation, like I've taken homeless people to prove my point too. But again, put all the pieces together today. Last and final chance to play with me tomorrow. $2,499 today. $25,000 of cash credit back to you. 10 times your investment. Now you get to play with me tomorrow too. Zelle wire deposit. Not hard to do. Remember the American dream. A lot of people go blah, blah, blah and talk about it. I'm going to give you the rules, tools. I'm going to hold your hand and do the work for you. I don't want you to screw this up. Receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. Set up the line of defense. Master Ray's rules and tools. There's 20,000 of these. Millionaire in the Making, every one of you need to get in this like yesterday. $2,499, $25,000 of cash credit back to you. 10 times your investment. And what happens when you Zelle wire deposit right away, like now, you're going to be in the workshops with me tomorrow. All right? At the end of the day, you got to stay safe and strong. And if you're waiting for what's next to come, let it be you and me. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. You got a phone number right there, 800-510-3338. If you're not zelling right away, you just blew it, sorry to say. At the end of the day, I just got to tell you, guess what? I'm going to help rebuild your whole life. And never forget, God loves us all.